AITA for exposing my boss for stealing our tips and getting him fired, even though everyone at work turned against me. Hi Reddit, throwaway because I still work in the same industry. So, I 26M, have been working at a well-known restaurant chain for about a year and a half. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills and I got along with most of the crew. We made a lot of our money from tips since the base pay was nothing special. Things ran pretty smoothly until about 4 months ago when our old manager left and was replaced by this new guy, Rick, fake name, 40M. He came in acting like he was going to fix everything, tighter schedules, stricter rules, all that. Fine, whatever, we've dealt with managers before. But after a few weeks, something strange started happening, our tips got smaller. We'd have insanely busy nights, like lines out the door, but when we'd pull the tips at closing, the total was way less than it should have been. I brushed it off at first, but it kept happening. When I asked Rick about it, he gave the same excuses. Customers are tipping less lately. The POS system has been acting up. Corporate's changing how tips get processed. It didn't sit right with me. Then one night, I was closing and realized I'd left my phone charger in the office. Rick had already gone home, so I went in to grab it. On the desk, I noticed 2 spreadsheets open on his computer. One was the raw tip report, and another looked like a finalized version with smaller numbers. Curious, and a bit suspicious, I snapped photos. Later, when I checked the timestamps, I realized he was editing the tip totals before sending them to payroll. Basically, he was taking a chunk for himself before splitting the rest among us. I checked the system logs, and sure enough, there were manual edits every single night he closed. I showed the proof to a couple of trusted co-workers. Most were shocked, but some told me to let it go because they didn't want to lose their jobs. That didn't sit right with me. So I reported it to corporate HR. A week later, Rick was gone. Fired for internal misconduct. HR even thanked me and said they'd review all pay from the past months and correct it. I honestly felt like I did the right thing. But the fallout was brutal. Word got out that I was the one who reported him. Overnight, people turned on me. Co-workers who used to joke around with me started ignoring me. Some said I snitched and ruined the vibe. The assistant manager told me I should have talked to Rick first instead of dragging corporate into it. Even worse, I started getting fewer shifts. When I asked, the new manager said business has slowed down. Yeah, sure. I tried to stay strong, but it sucked walking into a place where everyone blamed me for something that was never my fault. So, AITA for reporting my boss for stealing tips, even though it caused drama and made me the outcast at work. Update, 3 weeks later. Wow, didn't expect this to blow up. Thanks for all the support, advice, and perspective, even from those who said I might have handled it differently. So here's what happened next. A few days after posting, I decided to start looking for new jobs because the situation was unbearable. Around the same time, HR called me again. Apparently, during their deeper audit, they found even more evidence of Rick's misconduct, not just stealing tips but also pocketing money from refunds and fake inventory orders. Corporate ended up sending an email to all employees at our location explaining that Rick had been terminated for financial misconduct affecting staff pay. They also said the company was issuing back pay to everyone who was affected. That's when things shifted. Suddenly, everyone who gave me the cold shoulder started being nice again. A few co-workers apologized, saying they thought I exaggerated or misunderstood the system. I accepted their apologies, but I didn't forget how quick they were to turn on me. The assistant manager even tried to act buddy-buddy again. Too late. As for me, I didn't stick around long. I got an offer from a new restaurant across town. Ironically, the manager there used to work at our chain and left because of similar corporate issues. I took it. My last day was about a week ago. The best part? HR included a small thank you bonus on my final paycheck for bringing the issue to light. It wasn't huge, but it felt like proper closure. I walked out with my head high, knowing I did the right thing. So yeah, maybe I was the snitch, but at least I can sleep at night knowing I stood up for what was right. Verdict: not the a-hole. Just someone who refused to let a thief get away with it.